Off we go from Denver. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The big man, Dborealkrazy, in on the stop. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of
solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He was brought
the last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Jacobs now. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Jacobs again the ball carrier.
The 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Mariota. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Complete
so he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it?
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Final week of the year, an absolute must-win game for them, so they needed to get on the board first. They were able to do just that.
And you laid out the stakes. So just think what they've been working with this entire build-up towards this game. Must win. You've got to get on the board first. They accomplished that. Now they can't have any type of a letdown. Long way to go in this one.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Carl Nassib there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Locking Sutton on the connection there for a Denver first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
11 yards there, 1st down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Broncos, nothing.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Prince of Mukamara. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
47 to Mike, 47. Check, 47.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
45.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And he whips that one incomplete there. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw it. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Throw it. Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 49 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. From the gun, it's Locke. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Locke looks to throw it again. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
23 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
By Vaughn Miller.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Mariota. Reception here by Ruggs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here. Throwing is Mariota. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Raiders 20, Broncos 8.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
For a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On play action, Locke. This is the tight end Fant. He's at the 30. 10, 5, all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
20. Broncos 16.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action. Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Here we go.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. That's complete right around the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Locke working out of the gun. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd down and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma go out 147.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going to...
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6.
28. Broncos 22.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Locke trying again after the pick 6. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
For Noah Fant.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 35.
I'm the best in the game.
And
I'm the best in the game.
all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. Could have been up 1 with a point after, but they go for 2. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up 1 or 2, a field goal can still get you.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael O.J. Mudia in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To the air again, Mariota. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Running is Jacobs, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Once again, it's Jacobs, and he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
2 yards on the play.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
He was brought down.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A gain of 3 on the
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
On the play.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Mariota's pass intended for Josh Jacobs, incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, Mariota eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Carlson is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
To Noah Fant.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Block off of play action. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lock. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. They'll roll him out right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the 1st battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Dancing to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Lock on the give, it's Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. And this one's caught. And they're fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Pushing tacklers aside. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
First and 10.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and goal from the 1. One more time with Lindsey. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
For the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Mariota.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On play action, Mariota. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Hunter Renfro.
Here's Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Today's final score, Broncos 48.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a